So friends, we started with what appears to be a small and a simple product like cup, and then we got into the look and feel, the outer shape, sizes, colors and stuff like that, and we also got into the nitty-gritties of designing the cup, what kind of details get into designing the cup. Then we also looked at various needs. We picked up teenager as our user, and we looked at various needs that the user wanted, and using our knowledge of science and technology, we saw how it can be actually built. Interestingly, as you get into understanding more details about the user's need, you can actually then apply your knowledge of science, technology, or for that matter, or even aesthetics, and improve that product so that it satisfies the need of the user. Let's now nudge ourselves little bit in terms of science and technology and see how we can build even a better product. What we are going to do now is to look at a different user for that matter. Let's look at Miss Monica, who owns the software company, and she has about 65 employees in her company. And her company is working 24/7, being a software company, and therefore, almost all of them, most of the employees, just like her, are fond of coffees and teas, and they keep on consuming that day in, day out. 3 times a day, 4 times a day, and so on and so forth. And therefore, as a head of the organization, she also wants to monitor what's the coffee or a tea consumption of her entire office. So what she does beautifully is she installs a coffee vending machine or a tea vending machine in her office, which is backed by IoT, Internet of Things. And now with this machine, what happens is she is able to track the consumption of a coffee. And again, a coffee or a tea. So what is getting consumed is people are consuming more of cappuccinos or cafe lattes or filter coffees, or in terms of a tea, ginger tea, masala tea, whether that is getting consumed more. So at the end of the day, she not only knows how many cups have been consumed, she also knows what is being consumed. This really helps her to identify what is getting consumed, and next time when she orders, she knows that my office consumes more of ginger tea, therefore I need to order more of ginger tea, and it actually helps her to procure better. So this is something which is quite interesting, using the data analytics behind it, capturing that data and then using that data. Somebody like Miss Monica or thousands of Miss Monica can exactly track what the people are consuming, and that's the very powerful data that as a manager you can have. Now let's look at from the manufacturer side. A manufacturer of the coffee or that vending machine can also get a interesting data. So for example, the coffee vending machine now can have a personalized coffee and a tea proportion. So if, and people are very particular about what kind of coffee they want to consume, what is the proportion of coffee that gets into, what's the milk that needs to be added, what is the whether it should be sugar, no sugar, and stuff like that. So if I give my personalized data and I say this is what I want to consume every time, then that gets stored. I can even go a step further and say that during mornings I want this kind of a coffee, in the evenings I want a chai, which is masala chai. So even I can make it personalized. Now that gives a fabulous experience for the user, that I don't have to go every time and trace the proportion. That's completely stored. So the vending machine can have that. This personalized data, once I enter the code, I can actually get the coffee, and that's done. From a manufacturer perspective, they get this data of thousands and thousands of employees across the city, the offices, the country, and they can really dissect. So if they get my demographics, like say which city I stay, what's my age group, and which kind of offices I work, then they can really chalk out that people working in metros, in multinational companies of this age group tend to drink more of coffees in the morning, and so on and so forth. They can also get a consumption patterns and trends, that during winter what gets consumed more, during summer what gets consumed more, during mornings what get consumed more, during evenings what get consumed more, people who come in the night shift, what is that they consume more, girls versus boys, men versus women. They can actually get all that analytics basis this kind of a data, and that's the very rich valuable data for any coffee maker for building their coffee. So this can really help in terms of building, understanding the trend, understanding what is getting consumed, and therefore build products like that. So next time when I go to consume my coffee, it can actually give me a pop-up saying that this is a new coffee that we have introduced and it's exactly like your flavor, but it has some extra more things added. Would you like to try? And I would be very happy. So this is how you can actually drive the consumption and you can promote your consumption. That is the power of technology you can use in just making a simple cup kind of a thing. Okay, we have traveled so much in terms of understanding and applying a technology, and this is how once we understand the needs of users, we can actually do that. A smart kind of an IoT based vending machine can therefore make entire experience of coffee drinking personalized. It's convenient, very convenient. It's easy to operate and it's enjoyable because I get what I want at the time I want and stuff like that. So this is something which is extremely important. I'm also going to give you one more example and one more video I want you guys to see, and it's little drifted from the cup, but it actually gives you understanding how coffee coffee manufacturer select coffee beans using artificial intelligence. Most of the times if you go to these coffee plantations, this entire work is done manually, and it's a big work and very important work because there are some particular coffee beans have to be put into when they are of one grade and therefore they need to be segregated from others. So that kind of a process is currently done manually at most of the locations. This organization has built an artificial intelligence solution to do this precisely so that the flavor of the coffee that ultimately user gets is intact. Again, a very powerful use of technology, but that will really help you to open your eyes in terms of how technology can be used if you understand needs of the user. So come see this video and then we'll meet after that.